Welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast, powered by Healthy Steps Nutrition Mentoring. At HSN, we believe something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, which is why we focus on a simple, habit-based approach. We know that helping our clients become the best and healthiest versions of themselves isn't just about what they eat or going to the gym a few hours a week. We have to focus on a holistic approach, addressing nutrition, stress management, sleep, mindset, support system, lifestyle, and of course, exercise. My name is Nicole Aucoin. I'm the founder of Healthy Steps Nutrition, home of CrossFit HSN, located in Deerfield Beach, Florida, and HSN Mentoring. In this podcast, we're going to teach you how to take one step at a time to build a successful nutrition coaching program. Today's podcast guest is our Chief of Staff, Lindsay McDonald. She's actually our first employee with HSN Mentoring back in 2016. She is a wealth of knowledge, has helped every single gym that has launched HSN since 2016. She and I had a really fun conversation around a missing piece of the puzzle in so many gyms that's holding them back from getting their existing members to sign up and engage with the nutrition coaching program. We talk about what owners should do, what nutrition coaches could and should do, and the responsibilities for the rest of the staff. Getting people signed up for a nutrition coaching program cannot be reliant only on the nutrition coach. It just isn't going to grow. You're not going to be able to impact the amount of people. There have to be consistent conversations, and we talk about exactly how to do it in this podcast episode and give you some simple, practical examples. I know you're going to love it. Enjoy this conversation with Lindsay, and make sure you stay tuned until the end, where I have some additional insights on this topic today. Lindsay, welcome back to the Grow Your Nutrition Business podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to talk about today's topic around increasing engagement with your members for your nutrition coaching program. Because for most gyms, they start as a gym and then they add nutrition, and there's a large membership base that probably isn't seeing the results as fast as they want to, or they look a similar way, or that the other 23 hours of the day are impacting their ability to reach their health and wellness goals. But if we're not confident with having these conversations and have a system around increased engagement, like the likelihood of your people that really need the help with nutrition are not going to buy in. So let's have a conversation about it.
I'm excited. Let's go.
All right. So let's talk big picture. And this topic really is something that you've talked a lot about. Even at the Gym Accelerator Summit, you hosted a breakout with a ton of people, gym owners, nutrition coaches, fitness coaches, all really looking to see what is my part in helping people understand that the other 23 hours of the day are truly going to make the difference with reaching their health and wellness goals. I say let's start at the top. Let's start with owners. What should owners be thinking about when we are thinking about increasing engagement with a nutrition program?
Yeah. So going back to what you said, Nicole, this was a massive breakout at GAS this past year, and on mentoring calls. Really, it's been a trend that I've been hearing on calls. And when looking at the owner's role, it's that they need to understand what the nutrition program is about first and foremost. So a big question I have is, have you been a client? Do you understand the program? What do you know about the nutrition programs that you are speaking as confidently about it as you are with the fitness programming? Because that goes hand in hand, right?
Absolutely. You have to be confident. And, that's one of the reasons why we require owners to go through training so that they understand, what does this truly entail and how do I best support my coaches? I think I've seen there's a lot of misinformation out there and a lot of just different information out there around nutrition. And if an owner is talking about one thing and the nutrition program is delivering something else, there's a huge gap, which is going to cause confusion. And if that confusion is happening with clients, the likelihood of them signing up with your program is slim to none.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I always say outside of the gym walls, there are thousands of solutions. I use that term loosely because they're not really a solution, but options for people to sign up for. We want the nutrition program at your gym to be the best solution for your membership. And if they are getting conflicting ideas as to what is the best solution for them, it's really going to dilute their confidence in what is going to get them to their health and wellness goals. It needs to be consistent.
And it even comes down to deliver. Like, people don't know what they need. They really don't. So if you have a nutrition coaching program and one person's doing macros, one person's doing keto, one person's doing habit-based, like, they're
Mm-hmm.
not sure what program's going to work for them. Instead, like, let's have a streamlined system where we're
Mm-hmm.
delivering and then helping clients reach their health and wellness goals in an individualized manner. You know,
Mm-hmm.
from an owner standpoint, you need to be able to walk the walk, but it's also really important for you to be able to empower your staff with how
Mm-hmm.
to have those conversations. Because if you're the owner of a gym and I'm a
Mm-hmm.
nutrition coach, there's only
Mm-hmm.
so many people that you're going to be in front of and I'm going to be in front of. And if the rest of our staff isn't on board, we're going to slow down the ability to get those people bought into the program. So where's the owner's role with getting everyone else on board with this nutrition program?
Yeah, I mean, first, they want to set the expectation and they want to do the things that they would expect their staff to do. So, what I mean by that, Nicole, is when they're having those informal conversations, they're speaking to people on the gym floor, they want to make sure they're modeling the behavior that they would expect their staff to also perform. Next piece would be to make sure that the staff are meeting on a regular basis. This is a big part of it because you need to have an opportunity to sit down with your staff, set the expectation, build role play into those staff meetings so they can see exactly what the expectation would be. Another great recommendation would be to incorporate some role play into coach evaluations as well. So if an owner is performing coach evaluations, to be putting in some nutrition or holistic related questions throughout that experience and just see how the coach would react and what information they would be able to give back at that point.
I always share a example at when I'm speaking at CrossFit Summits. Like, if I were to line up all of your staff and I put headphones on everyone and ask them, what's your nutrition program about? What are the benefits? How do I get started? Would everyone be able to accurately tell me the answer to those situations? Or are they going to say, go to Lindsay, our nutrition coach? And
Mm-hmm.
if you're leaving the follow-up on the client to do a next step, to take the first step in
Mm-hmm.
signing up for nutrition, the likelihood of them doing it is not going to happen. So, I don't believe, you know, CrossFit coaches are absolutely amazing. Fitness coaches, like, they're dedicating their lives to helping people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that they would intentionally say, don't sign up for our nutrition coaching program. I believe they're just not equipped with the knowledge to confidently talk about it. So they, instead of screwing it up, they just say, go talk to Lindsay.
Yeah.
And I think this is even more important for the salespeople too. Whoever's having those initial conversations, if they don't know what's going on with the nutrition program, they're not going to get people signed up for the nutrition program.
Mm-hmm.
So, you talk a lot about role playing. I think that's so valuable. And, with HSN, there's an initial training for
Mm-hmm.
gyms coming on board to give their staff so that everyone understands what the nutrition program is about, how someone gets started, which is a great kickstart. But how are we intentionally integrating nutrition information in
Mm-hmm.
every single staff meeting so that we're empowering our coaches to keep it a priority in the gym and be able to identify those instances where it would be a really easy plug to talk about nutrition. Let's talk about that. Let's pretend you're
Mm-hmm.
coaching a class
Mm-hmm.
and I said, that workout was really hard, or I didn't eat today. How might a coach respond to that to then guide me to nutrition?
Right. Um, Well, I'd love to hear more about that. Nicole, first of all, thank you for sharing. Tell me a little bit about what your nutrition looks like right now. Did you fuel before coming to your workout today?
No, I didn't have time to eat. I didn't eat anything.
Okay. So that will definitely be something that I would encourage you speak to our nutrition coach, Linda, about. She is so passionate about proper fueling. And I know that you really want to get the most out of your workouts. So we're going to come over to our nutrition board here. There's a flyer with the QR code. Let's just scan that on your phone and get you into a free 20-minute appointment where you can sit down with Linda, share what you're doing now, what your goals are, and she's going to help bridge that gap with you to figure out what added accountability is going to do for you to get you to your next level.
Super simple, but
Mm-hmm.
super effective. You guided me to take the next step. And I think, during a staff meeting, it would be easy to like, here's the sample scenario and look for that. And maybe you set a goal. Like with mentoring, right? We set goals all the
Mm-hmm.
time. Like, hey, we want to do X, Y, and Z. Annual evaluations are a really important part to ensure that we're helping with coach development. Mentors book at least 2 annual evaluations this month for coaches, and you guys kill it with booking those annual evaluations. I think it could be the same thing with coaches. Hey, this month, I want you to identify 3 people or 1 person a week that you're having an intentional conversation with nutrition about.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got 5 coaches in 4 weeks, that's 20 intentional conversations, 20 discovery calls that are, discovery appointments that are being booked with the nutrition coach or the owner to talk about the nutrition program and how it could potentially help someone.
Yeah. And look at it from the member perspective in that that's going to resonate so well with them because they're now hearing it. It's being reinforced from every single person at the facility. We know that people need to hear, read, see things 7 to 10 times before they act on it. And the truth is, Nicole, with nutrition coaching, for some people, it is a momentary feeling of, okay, that resonates. I need to jump on board right now. And we're not going to know when that moment is. So we need to make sure that we are consistently talking about the best path forward for our members. They expect to hear that from the nutrition coach, Linda, in that example, or from the owner. They expect that. They need to hear it from every single person to reinforce that when they are ready, this is the best solution for them.
This is a missed opportunity, and I would say 90% of gyms, that we aren't taking advantage of the opportunities that are in front of us with our members, that truly, if they address the other 23 hours of the day, we could
Mm-hmm.
skyrocket their results, their performance, and honestly, them just feeling better during the workouts, right?
Yeah.
So we need to do this on our quest to empower health, right? So I love that we need to be teaching our staff how to have these conversations, what it looks like, and most importantly, make it easy for them to get someone to take the next step. In your example, let's go over to the flyer and use the QR code and book an appointment right here.
Mm-hmm.
Simple and effective. Another thing that we talk so much about at HSN is sharing client wins. The
Yeah.
research shows, the research shows the number one thing that people do to make their buying decision is look at testimonials and reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Is your program as good as you say it is? And I
Mm-hmm.
personally believe that sharing testimonials is just as important for internally for our staff to reinforce the confidence that they have talking about the program to potential people that are going to sign up as it is the members. So,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing to share the wins that are happening? One of the things
Mm-hmm.
that we released at GAS was those templates for HSN mentoring clients with client wins, where our coaches are screenshotting the wins that are happening, blocking out the name, but then putting those on social media. And we're also sharing them in our Slack group so that coaches can see them too, and we can make sure everyone is seeing them. It's so important for people to see other people doing well with the program. It's the number one thing that drives business. And I feel with nutrition, we're not sharing the wins that are happening enough, or we're just waiting till like the big win, the 50-pound weight loss. No, there's wins that are happening every single week. Are we intentionally sharing those every single week?
Mm-hmm. The question I ask is, how often is a fitness win celebrated at your facility?
Mm,
And people will say, oh, every day. And we have a huge bell in the gym. And if a PR is hit or somebody did a movement RX or, a bit harder than they would have done it before, they're really proud of themselves, we draw attention to it. So my next question is, then why aren't we drawing the same level of attention to the nutrition wins, whether they are scale victories or non-scale victories? A win is a win. And
mm,
some hesitation that I get from coaches at times, Nicole, is they want the capturing of that success to be perfect. And that cannot hold you back. It's never going to be perfect. A
yeah.
win is a win. I keep saying that. And I look at people like Melinda with Portside and how
Hmm.
often they share a win on their social media. And it will be a video, it'll be a success story, it will be a, as you
Hmm.
said, a message on the app with the name blurred out so you can't see it.
Hmm.
And think about non-members or even people in the gym that are seeing that over and over again. That now becomes what I can achieve when I go to that gym or that facility.
people look up reviews.
Agreed.
Literally, we hosted a Bring a Friend week today, or this week. It's wrapping up today. And
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to one of the guys, he's signing up for nutrition and fitness, and he actually didn't come from Bring a Friend week. Happened to be that he sent, the price request. And I was like, well, just come in. It's Bring a Friend week. We scale everything. Don't worry. He's on his way to the gym this morning for the 6 a.m. class. He goes, I looked at reviews, and obviously you guys do nutrition. Like every single review was nutrition and fitness. Like I need help
Mm-hmm.
with both. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
awesome. There's such it's a switch that happens, in my opinion. Like it's a dial to get it going, but once you have it, it's awesome. Where people, when they're looking at your Google reviews, when they're looking at your website, when they're looking at the stories you're sharing of people, when it's all nutrition and fitness, that's what they expect the conversation to be about.
Yeah.
Instead, what most of the time happens is we hide the nutrition wins behind the closed doors because people aren't seeing them, only the coach is seeing them. And we're missing a huge opportunity to let people know how we can help them because we helped someone else just like them.
Yeah. That's a really good point. And going back to those wonderfully stubborn fitness only members that have been going to your facility for X amount of years. And to be honest, I can't blame them for it being more difficult to persuade them or to show them that what they need is added accountability. Think about, I work with a nutrition client. He or she has an amazing win. I share that with the rest of the staff in Slack or however else we're going to share those wins. And the fitness coach that leads a class where that client comes next highlights them in class in front of the other members. Think of how valuable that bright spot is going to be, not only to the nutrition client that is receiving applause, accolades, just like they would if they had a fitness PR, but then
Mm-hmm.
also think about the side conversations that are then going to happen between members that are not on a nutrition membership with that client moving forward. Nicole, tell me about this. What did you do? Is it hard? Do you like it? How long have you been doing it for? What other results are you seeing? Do you think I'd be a good fit? It's such a great way to highlight and to increase that engagement.
Yeah. And I think sometimes what holds coaches back is they're like, I just want to share the big wins. And it's not the
Yeah.
big wins, it's the little things. I think um Melinda, you brought her up. She shared
Mm-hmm.
a bright spot that I think is one of the most powerful ones that would resonate with people. She shared a picture of a client that was her wedding ring, and she said, "I can finally put on my wedding ring after doing this nutrition and fitness program." And and she posted on social media, and
Mm-hmm.
anyone that can't fit in their wedding ring, like they want to
Yeah.
wear that, but sees
Mm-hmm.
that and is like, "Dang, I want that to be me." Or
Mm-hmm.
when I interviewed one of the clients from CrossFit Brighton, and he finally was able to go on an airplane and buckle his seatbelt. It's like, and not ask for the seatbelt extender. Anyone that asks for a seatbelt extender is listening to that and is like, I want that to be me too. And
Yeah.
it is our duty as coaches to share those things so that we have the opportunity to serve other people in the community that are in that spot and they need help to get them to reach their health and wellness goals. So sharing
Yeah.
wins, so important. Research shows number one thing that drives business. You can't just share the fitness wins. You've got to share the nutrition wins that are happening. And it's not just the
Mm-hmm.
numbers on the scale, it's the other things that are happening that
Mm-hmm.
they're able to run around with their kids. They're able to tie their shoes. They're able to do all of these really cool things now that we might take for granted. Um, Talk to me about some of the other things nutrition coaches can do to increase engagement with a program.
Yeah. So the role of the nutrition coach is obviously, again, going back to they can't be there 24 hours a day, nor would I would recommend it. Right. So making sure that they are supporting the rest of the staff and knowing like what to say about the program, making sure that staff has an opportunity to be working with the coach if they haven't.
Mm,
Anyone who is looking to host a challenge in August, September timeframe, if you haven't enrolled your staff into that experience, so they can see it from a firsthand experience, I would highly recommend that as well. Offering elevator pitches on how they can respond back, and even providing information such as a wellness Wednesday or wellness question of the day. Sorry, something
mhm.
like that. That is a really great opportunity for coaches to ask a question that is holistic in nature and really help them be the catalyst for those conversations that they might be hesitant in hosting.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
we've shared this enough, or not enough, but a lot today. Informal conversations are really where the magic happens. We might
Yes.
be putting out some Wellness Wednesday tips, and that's going to get people to start thinking about it. But
Hmm.
when it comes down, can this help me? That's where the
Hmm.
individual conversation happens, which is why we
Hmm.
do discovery calls to help set expectations too. Like, I want you to know what our program is going to do and what it's not going to do so that we can move forward together and ensure this is a good fit to
Hmm.
reach to help you with reaching your goals. So
Hmm.
I love that. Anything else coming up for you? Any final tips for gym owners, coaches listening to this that are like, okay, I have a huge group of members that are not in my nutrition program yet. What's
Hmm.
what's something they can do?
First of all, you're not alone. And if you're part of the HSN family, we're obviously here to help. So you definitely want to bring that up on your mentoring calls. I feel an assumption, and I had this too, Nicole. I'll be honest. Back in 2016, when we brought on HSN, I just thought magically all 150 CrossFit members would be clamoring to become a nutrition client, and a lot were, but not the entire group. So it made me take a step back and be more realistic in regards to, okay, what can I do? What can the owner do to help show them, not convince, but show them that this comfortable cadence of a fitness membership, which is great and is helping them, but it's not going to take them to the next level where they're hoping to go. Something that we did is we were so strong on showing success stories of every new person who started with a hybrid membership, because the new
Mm-hmm.
members, that was a great opportunity. They didn't know any different in regards to what we were about or what we offered. So they came on board
Mm-hmm.
with hybrid, showcased those successes, talked about them. And
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, a year later, Zach is wondering why Lori, who's only 4 months in, is killing it. And he's been there for 3 years and he's still struggling with some
Mm-hmm.
things, right? The difference is the added accountability. So take a
Mm-hmm.
step back. Let's be realistic. Figure out, what are you doing as owner in regards to communicating with your staff about expectations? And are you doing the things that you would expect your staff to do as well? Consistency here is really the name of the game, and making sure that our staff feel supported in how to have informal conversations. I want to add real quick, we're not
Yeah.
going to know what the hesitation for the coaches is going to be unless we have that conversation with them.
Mm.
So going back to what you said about that, instruction can be super simple. Some coaches may think that the expectation is to coach them right then and there on the spot for nutrition, right? So
Mm.
digging into each person individually, figuring out what could their hesitation be, and making sure they are supported in being able to 100% confidently give that informal conversation on the gym floor.
I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, hopefully this inspires owners, coaches to address nutrition in the next staff meeting.
Mhm.
Also, start sharing the wins that are happening. If you're unsure what that should or could look like, go to the Healthy Steps Nutrition Instagram channel, look at the client wins highlights so you can see how we are doing it and get some inspiration to
Mhm.
start sharing those wins on your own. It's such a powerful way because, again, it's the number one thing that people look at to drive business and decide, is this program going to work for me? They need to see other people like them where it has worked. So,
Mhm.
success stories, at Google reviews, share those, get a cadence where you're doing it at least once a week so that people can know that you can help them. And
Yeah.
ultimately, we're able to have a greater impact together, empowering health. Lindsay, I know you guys have a coaches corner coming up talking about this exact thing. One of the things that we do with
Mhm.
HSN mentoring is weekly live sessions where we do additional trainings for coaches, staff. This might be a good one to even have just general staff from gyms that are partnered with us come on if they're able to. And of course, the recording is always in the platform. But Monday, what's the date that of the
Yeah. Yeah,
one that
this
you're
one is
doing?
going to be on Monday, May 20th. It'll be at 1 o'clock Eastern. And this is directly in high demand from the people that did attend the breakout at
Mm,
the summit last month. So anyone that is wanting more information about how they can really walk the walk and really be a great advocate of the nutrition program, I highly recommend that you join in on this experience.
I love it. I think
Mhm.
being a champion of a nutrition program is different than being a coach, and our entire staff
Mhm.
should be champions of the program. So, if you're an HSN mentoring client, grab your coaches, come on and join us for that coaches corner. Lindsay, thanks for
Mhm.
having the conversation today. You're
Always.
such a wealth of knowledge and have such a passion for helping gym owners really prioritize this piece of the puzzle. So, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun to be here, Nicole.
I hope you enjoyed that conversation with Lindsay. Basically, it's a team effort to get people to understand how your nutrition coaching program is going to help them reach their health and wellness goals. Now, we've talked about the importance of success stories. And when you're an experienced nutrition coach, this is something you have a program that is helping people see results. The number one thing that we need to be doing is pushing the stories forward, the testimonials through Google reviews, through videos, through screenshots in the app. We have to push those forward consistently. What are people saying about your program? Are you as good as you say you are? But if we are a new coach, how do we establish authority? What I think about is for new coaches, you need to talk about how you came up with this program. Did you come up with it overnight? No. For gyms that partner with HSN, you've partnered with a team of dietitians that a program is guided, tested, and proven. It's helped over 45,000 people around the world. You use the authority from us. Talk about what you have done. It's not just something that's worked for you, but you've studied under someone else. Use the success stories that they have until you get your own and build momentum there. No success story is too small. We need to be sharing those consistently. If you are listening to this podcast and nutrition is the missing piece of the puzzle in your business and you do not want to reinvent the wheel, we would love to help you at HSN. HSN Mentoring provides a turnkey solution for gym owners and coaches to build, launch, and grow a professional nutrition coaching program that is guided, tested, and proven. We didn't come up with this overnight. It's been a work in progress since 2012, and we would love to come alongside you so that you can really make health and wellness a bigger priority in your gym to help your clients with the other 23 hours of the day. Getting started is super easy. You book a free call, you go through training, then you launch your program. Getting up and running takes about 6 weeks, and owners are required to go through the training, and we would like to have a nutrition coach too. So if you're a gym owner looking to see if this is the right fit, click the link in the show notes and book a free call today. If you're loving this podcast, please leave us a 5-star review. It really helps this podcast to reach more people, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you back here soon.